Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is me Aniket Gupta. So I am coming back with a video lecture on pearl culture, and this topic I have taken from B.Sc semester 5th Zoology. And in this particular video lecture we will study how the pearl culture is carried out, right? And what are the techniques, what are the procedures we can follow in order to culture a pearl, right? So, but before going into the details of the pearl culture, I may tell you some basic things that definitely help you to understand this whole topic, right? So, in this pearl culture, um, an organism is involved, and that organism is a mollusk, right? So, mollusk is a phylum of kingdom Animalia, and in this particular phylum the animals are having soft body and they are protected by means of hard calcareous shells, right? Now some of the examples are pearl oysters, right? Mussels, freshwater mussels, marine mussels like Uniomytilus, right? And some false fishes like squids, right? Lolicosepia and octopus, right? These are all the mollusks, and among these an organism that we call as pearl oyster that is involved in the production of pearls, right? So what is a pearl? So pearl is simply a white, highly shining, globular concretion which is found within the shell of an oyster, right? And pearl is also known as moti or muktafal, right? So what is the historical background of this pearl industry, right? So for the very first time the idea of pearl industry was evoked in Japan, and that was carried out in the Bay of Japan, which is located at south coast of Hansu, right? But in Japan, pearl cultures feel difficulty due to some unfavorable climatic conditions of that particular area. So, whom we regarded as the father of pearl industry in Japan, and the name is Kokichi Mikimoto. Kokichi Mikimoto is referred to be the father of pearl industry in Japan. As I have told you earlier, an organism is involved in producing the pearl. So that organism belongs to phylum Mollusca, and in this case, the best quality of pearl is obtained from pearl oyster of genus Pinctada rotting, and this Pinctada rotting, belongs to the family Paridae and class Bivalva, right? Bivalva, because it is having two valves, right? So valves may open or close, right? The number of species of this genus are Pinctada vulgaris, Pinctada margretifera, Pinctada atropurpurea, Pinctada chemnitzi. These are all found in Indian water resources, but among them, Pinctada vulgaris is the most common oyster, which is distributed in the Gulf of Mannar, Gulf of Kutch, and the Pak Bay. So these are the some um, pearl producing sites in India. You can read from here, so I will skip this thing. Now pearl formation, right? So how the pearl formation is taking place, right, inside that oyster. So pearl formation is a very interesting phenomenon, right? And this is a kind of phenomenon for protection. For protection, for what? Protection against foreign invaders, parasites, some kind of grains, some kind of some small broken twigs of the seaweeds, some insect which accidentally enter in the body of the oyster, right? So these things accidentally enter the body of the oyster, and these materials may adhere to a part of the mantle, right? So mantle is a part of the oyster which is present inside its body, and the mantle epithelium at once encloses it like a sac, right? It is having a sac, and in that sac this mantle epithelium enclose that foreign material, and in response to that foreign material, it starts to secrete some concentric layers of nacro. Nacro is a substance which is secreted by the oyster around that foreign material, and from defense point of view, right? So this nacro production is from defense point of view, right? When a foreign material enters in human body, in our body, so what will happen? Our immune system gets activated, and our immune system cells mm, um, then go and fight with that foreign particle in order to provide defense, right? That acts as a defense system. So in that way, in this case, the foreign particle when enter in the body of the oyster, that oyster will secrete nacro around that foreign material and completely enclosed that material gradually, right? So the nacre is secreted continuously by the epithelial layer of the mantle, right? So epithelial layer of the mantle continuously secrete the nacre and deposited around the foreign material in the form of concentric layer, in the form of several concentric layers, and ultimately what will happen? The pearl is formed. That shiny globular structure is formed, right? So for a detailed information, vertical section oyster shell, if cut, agar if we cut the vertical section of that oyster shell, so it consists of three layers, right? Periostracum, prismatic, and nacreous layer, right? So what first is periostracum. It is an outer layer of horny conchiolene. Conchiolene, it is a substance, right? Which is a substance, and it is related to chitin, right? Chitin. On its inner side, the next layer is found, which is known as prismatic. So we are moving from outer to inside. Outermost is periostracum, and it is an horny conchiolene, right? And next to periostracum, there is a prismatic layer. It consists of small prism like deposit of calcite, which is separated by a thin layer of conchiolene, right? There is a thin layer of conchiolene which separate this small prism like deposit of calcite, and this prismatic layer is followed by the third layer, which is known as nacreous layer, right? Nacreous layer. Now this is the innermost layer, which is formed by the calcium carbonate, and this layer is called as the mother of the pearl, right? Now it consists of an alternating layers, right? Fashion is alternating layers of what? Alternating layers of calcium carbonate and conchiolene, which is arranged parallel to the surface, right? Which is arranged parallel to the surface. One layer is of calcium carbonate, one layer is of conchiolene, and these two layers arranged parallel to the surface of that oyster shell. Now this layer is secreted by the entire outer surface of the mantle. This nacreous layer is secreted by the entire outer surface of the mantle, while the other two layers, which one? Periostracum and prismatic, are secreted only by the edge of the mantle. This thing you should remember, you have to remember, right? This nacreous layer is secreted by the entire outer surface of the mantle, while the other two layers are secreted only by the edge of the mantle. So in this video lecture, we will restrict ourselves to this point only. In my next video lecture, I will discuss the steps which are involved in the pearl culture. So आई होप आपको ये समझ आया हो, और अगर आपको ये यहाँ तक समझ आया तो आप मेरी वीडियो को लाइक कर दो, शेयर कर दो, सब्सक्राइब कर दो. थैंक यू सो मच.